Smiley looks like a piñata, you bonk it to get candy. That's one way to look at it. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. It's Sunday night, and of course, we got more Phobies on deck, so let's jump in. What's good, chat? What's good, chat? Getting the hydrate starting early. Forgo, always looking after my hydration levels. Whoa, chat is pretty active. Sorry, chat. I was not looking at it during the countdown. I tend to, so, like, it depends. It depends. I'll read chat. But today, at the very least, I kind of was going down a rabbit hole with my 3D printer. So I mentioned before, my wife had gotten me, like, she'd gotten it on, like, super deep discount, I guess, like, we'll say in, like, May, and gave it to me for Christmas last year. Not, like, May this year, but, like, the May preceding last year's, like, past May, I guess. 2 Mays ago, whatever. The idea is it's the May of the same year, the Christmas I got it, but she got it, like, super cheap. So I've been messing around with it, and there's some cool stuff, but I don't really know how to calibrate these things properly. I'm running into a bunch of issues with it, and sometimes I just kind of get sucked down the hole of, like, looking like, oh, well, look at all these cool designs I could do. And then I remember, oh, wait, I can't really get my printer to even do simple, basic things. And I have no idea how to properly split some of this stuff up to do it in chunks. So I got a lot of learning to do. Recover from the 6-hour stream? We'll see. We'll see, Luffy. I just beat Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle, and now I'm on the road to 100% it. Nice. Honestly, I don't think I've 100%ed very many games in my life. I tend to just beat them. Like, I've beaten basically every game that I played. When there's, like, a way to beat it, you know, like, obviously there's no beating Phobies, you know what I mean? But any single-player games, I tend to complete, and then I'm usually just done with it. We'll keep talking as I jump into the arena. We'll start out with the arena, but we do have a whole bunch of game reviews to get through. I should have done, like, 2 more yesterday, but we all know how yesterday went. Quick aside, everybody, before we get into the actual content, I was accepted into the Phobies Content Affiliate Program, the content creator program, you might call it. Shout out to the Phobies team, and thank you for that. But the reason I'm telling you, everybody out there, dear viewer, dear listener, is to let everybody know that I do receive some compensation from the Phobies team as a result of being part of that program. Now, I loved Phobies before, and I still love Phobies now, and I expect I will still continue to love Phobies in the future, so look forward to more Phobies content coming from Random's Thoughts. So now, on with the show. We'll jump in. But yeah, I tend to, I don't know, I don't rewatch things. Well, it's weird. I don't watch a lot of movies. I don't watch a lot of TV, and when I say not a lot, it's basically zero. It's basically zero. But what I do, the few things that I do watch, I then rewatch over and over and over and over and over again. By the same token, the same virtue, however you want to look at it, it's kind of how I interact with games, especially single-player ones. I tend to just play them, and then I'm done. The ones I obsess over are things like Phobies, where it's multiplayer, and there is no perfection. You have to continually be perfect, if you can even assume that you are perfect in any particular microcosm. So, when it comes to single-player games and stuff like that, I tend to just play them, and it's like, that's the experience. I don't tend to go back and play them. There's a few that I have, but they're few and far between. Let's just go here. Every time I do this, I always think, like, this turn 2 is super awkward for me. I don't really like my turn 2 on this map, truthfully. Yeah, we're just getting started, Izumi. You didn't miss much. Hey, Crazy, what's good? I appreciate that, Crazy. I was talking about it. I may have to trim it. I don't know how much I'm going to, but I may have to trim the beard. I mean, I have to trim it, general maintenance kind of thing, but I don't necessarily have to, like, get rid of it. And I don't plan to, but I will probably have to do something, right? I'm definitely not getting rid of it. If I was going to do that, in all seriousness, chat, if it came down to, oh, yes, I really need to shave the beard because, I don't know, reason, whatever, chat can think of something. Let's say I truly had to get rid of it. The scenario in which that would happen, I would probably try and do it, like, auction it off sort of thing, if that makes sense. You know, like, I would do it on a live stream for a charity event, sort of thing. We actually can't. No, we can do this. This is fine. Like, I would want to do it with a purpose, because my wife has always joked about it. She's literally never seen me without a beard. So, she's given me a hard time before about it being scraggly, because I haven't, you know, I kind of just don't care. Pandemic world, it's like, I don't care in the slightest. But I would want to clean it up, probably shorten it. I originally intended a couple years ago when I told her, I'm like, hey, I don't have to go into the office. I think I'm just not going to shave. And she's like, yeah, sure, go for it. And I was originally intending to grow it out long enough that I could braid it. You know, braid it like the classic Viking look kind of thing, like a long braided beard, but that's just realistically not going to happen for a variety of reasons. Namely, I can't grow it that long. But assuming I could do that, I would do it. It's going to hurt my charisma points? Possibly. Possibly. What she wanted me to do was cut it sort of short and make it... We were talking about this the other night, I think. Like, whatever the hell the guy in Thor is, you know, where it's like a shorter beard, but not... It's like really trimmed. I don't know what the hell, what it would be called. You can hit, and then you would hit. So this would die. So kind of need to do like this. Bring this in. Bring this up. So they can't get on... Like, they can get on the stem, like, they can come up here and leap, but they won't be able to attack from the stem, which is the more salient point. You need to be here, though. No, game! That actually doesn't matter. Never mind. What I was thinking doesn't matter. Guess we can do this. We're just sending something out to die. Less touching his beard, I think. No, what'll probably happen, Onda, honestly, is I'll just be doing this. There's just less beard. Because I absolutely, even when I had a shorter beard than this, and you can go back, you can see it on stream or old YouTube videos or things, like, even when that was the case, I still did stuff like this. You just don't, it doesn't look like anything then. But yeah, it's a, I don't want to say a nervous habit or a tick, because that kind of makes it sound bad. It's just some idle... It's my idle animation. We'll put it that way. I have an Oculus and a tractor in an async game at the moment. The enemy suicided 3 Phobies in to kill an Oculus. I think they got the two confused. Feels bad, man. Feels bad, man. Yeah, that one's not... It's not gonna end the way they were hoping it would. I'll tell you that much. They could kill this, like run this through. I don't know if that block is worth it. It does set up like this choke. It's not going to stop this, but we could solve that problem. We got a couple turns, but hopefully we can yoink this if they're lazy. I highly doubt they're going to be lazy. But I mean, you never know. I got somebody earlier today who just left a Hevo 2.0 hanging out on Moai. And I'm just like, yoink, I'll take that. I like putting a wall at the top to protect Jari instead of having a Phobie block the Murder Wing ability the obstacle does. That's fair. That's a beauty. Just got uncomfortable real fast. Yeah, this obstacle's not long for the world. Here, I think I like that idea, Luffy. It is beauty. It is a level 7 beauty. Despite the nerf, beauty is still pretty threatening, as we were kind of expecting. Beauty still is a very mobile, highly dangerous Phobie. It is what it is. So they could put beauty like here and line attack us, but that won't kill anything. And then we yoink it. So I'm not like real concerned about this. They go here. Where can they go? They go here. Doesn't do anything. And they get AoE, but still dead. They could go back here. I don't feel like this beauty does anything to us at the moment. That we're worried about anyway. Arbitrary one drop, go! I don't know, should I swing the jar back up? I don't think we need to right now, truthfully. You can go here and line attack this. That would be obnoxious, but again, pulls. We're doing this so that the Gravedigger can break this block next turn. What are you talking about, Scrungle? Hey, welcome back, DT. So, hilariously... Oh, you're back, so therefore... Okay, fair. Fair. I was confused for a second. So, hilariously, because they didn't break the corresponding obstacle on their side, I can't yoink the beauty. We could send this in and break it, but then we can't get the follow-up. We could possibly trade spiders. I don't even know that we want to do that. Loof? Luffy, gifting the sub. You love to see it. There we go. Welcome back to the lunatic circus that is Random's Thoughts. Luffy, the Santa Claus of the Random's Thoughts stream. There we go. There we go. You love to see it. Shout out to Luffy. Shout out to Honda. Yeah, get them chomps going, chat. Let's see it. Let's see it. Alright, so if we break here, spider can't get to it. If we go here and yoink this, we're gonna lose our spider.
That is savage.
I don't know that this is actually worth it. We actually can't kill it. Cool. Lol, we can't kill it. You could go here. You can't, well, you will be able to line attack there. Can't right now, but you would be able to line attack. We could block here. Shut off the spider. That would get Gravedigger killed. I don't know that we care. Beauty can go here in AoE. Can't line attack. I almost feel like we test the foul theory, chat. Like, we might test the foul theory against Beauty. Snowball can kill Crushmore. Yes, we could have got it, but I don't know that I... And maybe this would have been right, Mosca. I'm not disagreeing with you, but I don't know that getting our spider killed in the process was worth it. I'm pretty sure they killed the spider, because it would have been like 1100 health. This comes down and does 8. Because spider would have had to be here. So, like, Cassowary comes down. No, we had it here. So Cassowary can't... Maybe it would have lived. I thought they had more damage readily available, but we would have been body blocking with the Gravedigger, and they couldn't reach with, like, the Cassowary. It would have been a hit from this on the stem, but that's it. It might have been worth it. I backed off because I thought the spider was dead, but I didn't actually count it up all the way. Yeah, I'm kind of expecting that, Onda. I don't know if that's exactly what's going to happen, but they can only pull our spider to here, and then the only things that could hit it is an advancing Crushmore and the, if the Beauty went in, which means that the Beauty would be vulnerable to everything. We might not be able to get it on the return, but we'll see. I think I am going to go for the Crushmore kill. Did they just disconnect? Like, what happened? Actually, no, they pull the spider to here. So wait a second. Let me look at this again. We're going to do this. I think they disconnected anyway, I'm guessing. We're also in position to do this, so I'm not as, like, stressed for damage. Can we do this with something stupid? Like a droney? Can't quite reach. This is fine, because it ends up body blocking there anyway. So I kind of want to test the foul theory, chat. I don't know that it's actually worth it here. Like, it kind of feels bad. We had talked about this on Taco Bell Wi-Fi. We had talked about this a lot surrounding the Beauty nerf. Is foul supposed to be the answer for Beauty? And I'm not sure. Yeah, the Beauty laser could be really bad here. I do agree with that. But I don't know that we... Well, I guess we can kill this otherwise. We go back to the snowball plan. Oh, God. I undid it because I was going to... Well, it didn't matter. So what I was going to do, but I almost got myself killed, was undo it, put it at the top, like above the spider, so it didn't get pulled. Because the whole point was to dodge the beauty laser. But then it would have gotten pulled in mid-range, and I get zapped anyway, and then it annihilates the two. Foul as a warm-up? I mean, yes, we weren't going to foul it that turn, but the whole... So, GG. Well, I mean, sort of. I had a feeling they disconnected. I think we were in a good position there, but I admittedly was just kind of screwing around because I assumed they disconnected. Biscotti has no warm-up? Really? Is that true? Wow, it doesn't. Huh. Smiley doesn't have a warm-up? I mean, yes. I guess it sort of does, because you have to actually, you know, get there. But, calculated. So, the idea with the foul, just to elaborate on what I was talking about, the idea with the foul here is, and again, this came up primarily in the context of the beauty nerf, because I'm not sure exactly why the devs thought beauty was okay in the previous state. Now, I was giving them... Smiley looks like a piñata, you bonk it to get candy. That's one way to look at it. That's probably going to be the intro clip for this video. The devs thought beauty was fine, right? Initially, they released it that way. Now, the devs can make a mistake. They're human. But I don't understand what made them think it was okay. Is there a counter phobie that's in the pool? And some people had suggested foul. And that seems reasonable. You know, even if foul goes in and dies, you'll get the beauty relatively quickly, even larger ones. And because you're doing double damage. Or is it 50% more damage? 50% more. So you're doing 50% more with the disease, but that's still a significant amount of damage. The problem is that I don't know if you're ever really going to connect with it, and even if you do, the beauty player can still run around and use the beauty in the meantime, assuming it isn't, like, on death's door. And even then, they'll get one activation out of it, or one set of stuff out of it, because it doesn't die until the end of their turn. So I don't know if foul is A, intended to be the answer, or B, that it's even a good answer. But that's why I was bringing it up, because I was tempted to try it just for the sake of it. Just to see. See, those are the names, when it's somebody's real name, Taco, I'm telling you, it's way funnier. It's way funnier when you meet someone in an online game and they're just using their real name. Just like a plain, regular name. Even if beauty got disease, they can still heal to make her live for more turns. Yes. It's not a great answer. And that's why I use my real name. Nice. But that's honestly why I'm curious what is the dev's thought process? So our hero here is in the blue trunks. We're loading in on red rum. Is this even in the pool? What? We're getting the lovebird opener. We're getting the lovebird opener, which I'm not sure I'm real into here. I think this is, what bad sitcom, rom-com puns can we get, Chad? Chad, help me out. You go for the lady, was it Lady Gaga with Bad Romance? I don't know. That's not really something that I would know, but regardless, this is going to be a bad rom-com. I don't think it's going to end well for Ted and Jill. Mass panic point control. You can't even necessarily kill this Contortio. You're going to need help. Obviously, the Jill is dead. Oh my god, stop. It's a big boy. It's a big boy. Level 9 dozer, chat. I don't really understand this one. Oh, they went all in. They were hell-bent on this, Izumi. They knew before they zoned in. This is the kind of game, real talk, this is the kind of game where you just know. Your opponent said, hold my beer, I'm doing this. Like, they were doing this regardless of the map. I am confident that they were doing this regardless of what the outcome, like, whatever the chance decided to hand them. They were going these two into Dozer. Quest game? Maybe? Maybe they just wanted to show off their level 9 Dozer because, you know, hypothetically, if your opponent doesn't open with, like, this many bodies this quickly, maybe the Dozer's okay. Could this Contortio have lived? There's no way, right? 236. 60, 72. So this would have died. What should have probably happened here is the cat needed to rotate up to this spot so that Ted couldn't retake it. I know we're just, this probably doesn't matter, but this would have meant that Ted sits there for another turn doing literally nothing but just punching the cat. They could have popped out a jar and then you lose the cat. But then you just kill Ted on the return, I guess. The art of flexing. That is true, Onda. That, like, at this stage, there are... I have no idea why the spider pole went down on this Ted. That's actually a little confusing. What I was going to say is there are a lot of maps just to get through the rotations, which is both good and bad. It's good that we have such a plethora of maps, but there's a lot. I wonder if they will eventually introduce a thumbs up, thumbs down sort of system. This would be a cool thumbnail. This would actually be a pretty cool thumbnail for the YouTube video. Just throwing that out there. So hey, self, when you're editing this video, this might be a cool thumbnail. Down to under 3k health. Still a lot of pressure. Yes, things are dying, but 6 minutes till coffee cup. True. Free Ted kill? Yep. I mean, I guess, but, like, you could have got Ted anyway, I think. I didn't actually look at it. Maybe you couldn't. But I feel like the poll was supposed to be for Dozer. Dozer's just walking around, just clobbering things. This actually looks kind of scary at this point, no joke. Because 3,700 health, chat. You could just run around the Dozer and avoid it. But they still have, like, they banked to 9. There's 100% another big dummy coming out. What? Yeah, chat's picking up on it too. Bad guy has 9 keys now. Now, admittedly, I think our hero here probably needs to just go, I'm going to cap a point or a couple points and then dive the heart. There's a Barzilla. Clash of the Titans here. Well, not really, because they're both on the same sides. The Titans aren't clashing. I don't know. That sounded weird. Imagine if they got a Chuck, too. No more keys. No more keys. I don't think you even have enough keys, because you only get 25 keys, right? I'm second-guessing myself. This is 16. Oh, no, you could do it. Right, because these are both 8. 8. 8. You could, but they chose to put other stuff on the board. Clinico. Oh, that's awesome. That's actually a really good play. Because you have these big dummies. Like, this is a great Clinico setup. How much did... Like, I don't know if... Does Grunkly... Grunkly, you're in chat. Do you win this? I didn't actually look. Oh my god, can the Dozer die? Can the Dozer actually die here? No. How much health does it have? No spoilers. $2,300 health on this heart. No keys left for either player. Like, there are outs, hypothetically. We'll have to see if our hero takes them. Alright, does this thing die now? No. This is bold. Clash of the Juggernaut sounds like something you'd see in Dark Souls or something. Yeah, I mean, this could be a Dark Souls pairing. This might be a legit strat. Oh no, not like this, bad guy. Did you make the classic blunder? I have to go back and look at this turn. How many attacks did you have to sink into this? Okay, you had to put in a lot of attacks here. I get recapping the point. You're at 2K. I honestly think you come down and body block and keep the dozer alive. Because if our hero swings in with, like, the jar, it can't reach. And this only gets a single hit. And you end up taking, we'll round up to 600, and another, wait, if you were here, 2, 3, yeah, you can't get the other panic point. So you'd take another 450, like 1,000. It's ballsy, but, like, why not body block with Barzilla? Exactly, Izumi. Barzilla having some issues there. Did I pause it when he was, like, burping? Like, mid-burp or mid-go-vomiting? Yeah, our bad guy could have won this game, I think. Oh, no. Well played, Grunkly. Well played. Managed to find the out. Wait, what? I guess they're still at 2K health. I thought they had enough damage just punching the heart, but I forgot they're not taking damage here. The bad guy's not. Getting the Barzilla all up on this jar. This is a little scary. Because you cannot get back to this in time now. I don't think they needed to go for this jar. I don't think bad guy needed to go for the jar. $25.25 to $305. It's gonna do 12 and how much does this do? 5? This might be 1,800 to the heart over the course of all these turns. Yeah, some chomps for this one. Well played. Well played. You gotta capitalize on your opponent's mistakes. Honestly, that game plan worked out way better than I expected it to. Honestly, I thought when I saw the dozer and the and Barzilla that it was like, they're just gonna get crapped on. But that's an enormous amount of HP. Hey, Jenna, what's good? Yeah, that was way closer, Izumi. I'm with you. I thought that game was just not, it wasn't even gonna be a game. But that was way closer. Now, could Grunkly have done stuff differently? Yeah, there were probably some things offered up that didn't need to be. Some of the positioning could have been different. And I think the game plan passed... As soon as the Barzilla showed up, it's like, okay, yes, we must go after their heart. All right, let's see who the next game review is. We'll break it up with another arena game after this. Push-pull plus sacrificial Cyclops. All right, so our hero here is zoning in to the blue trunks on Phobos, which is, for now, no longer with us. Starting off with the classic Phobos opener. Hi, baby! Puppy's down here. Okay, Onda. Or, well, on to End Taco. We're talking about the not map rotation. It's Thursdays each week, basically. I don't know why it doesn't coincide with the rotation. That would make a lot more sense. Alright, cool, Anna, no problem. So we're getting some fairly standard stuff from our hero, but some non-standard stuff from our bad guy. I didn't check the player levels as we were zoning in, but I have to assume that our bad guy does not have Snowball. Otherwise, this opener makes no sense. You do the Gravedigger thing, but even with this, if you don't have Snowballs, you might want to send Cat up here anyway. But instead of Snowball, they bank to an Alligator. Now, this is interesting and possibly worthwhile. The reason I say that it might have merit is the Gator can obviously tank a lot. So you could use it to be the shock troop. You're the first in on the invade, and then you just kind of try and tank everything. Obviously, your opponent can just not target it, but maybe you can set up some body blocks, or you can just sit in range so that way you can push and bully your way in. We'll see how it works. But we're on even panic points now. It's going to take a little while unless Snowball rotates down to the bottom in order to cap that bottom point. We get an Innocuous and Bachelor follow-up. And Finnegan. So we're getting a bunch of boops, as predicted. We do get the body block here on this particular panic point. You could have had a Bachelor go in order to try and, that Alligator was just sliding like it was on ice. Like, the Bachelor could have ran in and sacrificed itself. It would have been kind of silly, but, you know, you might as well put the Cat here. So we get the block in the north. I haven't seen one of these in a while, because usually the Gravedigger ends up getting involved in the mess that is the middle. But I can understand it. We get a snipe on the Cat. This is probably leading to the, not this turn, but maybe next turn, the Sacrificial Cyclops. Alligator just menacingly sliding across the floor. Wouldn't you be scared if you saw this, like, just gliding towards you? Real talk. Creep me out. I mean, Fiona's cool and all. Which, by the way, I didn't show... Does anybody remember Battle Beasts? These little guys? They were part of the Transformers universe. I know we're not really mentioning anything about the game. We're just seeing some, you know, the obvious attacks go down. But they're these little anthropomorphic animal guys that, you know, it's basically like they have 4 points of articulation. It's shoulders and legs. The head doesn't even move. No wrists or anything like that. And then, they, you know, they're just little, cute little guys. I like these things. I have some from when I was a kid, and they redid them. Then it starts... yeah. Hey, Big Sheem, welcome. Is it Big Shink? Like, am I saying this correct, or is it Big She MK? I feel like I've mentioned this before, but I don't remember if you told me how to pronounce your name. So, correct me if I'm screwing it up. Yo, hydrate action, yep. You okay back there, baby? You're a good girl. And like a weird sneeze cough thing. I don't know if Mike picked that up. You have a Cybertron toy, the one that turns into Primus? Or do you just mean from the series Cybertron? So we get a sheep and a Hematic Instinct. I know I'm not really talking about this. Big Sheem sounds kind of cool. Yeah, it sounds like you earned that nickname, right? You know, like there was something with your friends and like... Oh, wait, chat, hold on. Chat, we might be seeing something here. I don't know how this Finnegan got into this position because I was... Oh, no! Chat, we gotta look at this again. Hold on. Somebody's gotta clip this. It might have to be me. So we get... This is highlight reel stuff. We get the Finnegan boop into the spider pole. That's something you love to see. That's a great setup. That is great. So I see where the Sacrificial Cyclops comes in, but yeah. Big She, the MK is just typical number of my nickname, like RT. Gotcha. That's fair. So we're getting some other violence going down. I apologize, I didn't necessarily give this game its due, but we did get to highlight this. That's probably going to end up on the highlight reel. I didn't realize Finnegan blows smoke rings. That was a cool play. Like, that's why I clipped it. Chat, if you see something cool, whether it's me or not, hit the clip button, because then it saves it so that I can pull it for stuff later and we can share it. Like, you could even share it. Like, if you just, you know, it clips the last 30 seconds or so, and then it provides you a link that you can either post in, well, don't post in chat, because I have to allow list it, but it would allow you to share it in, like, Discord or something like that. Is that like Count Dracula? You mean the Count from Sesame Street? Yep. The game pretty much is over here. Like, they have 7 keys left, but, like, look at this. Will you look at this? They're not. Well played. Well played, hero. GG. That was worth it for that boop. That boop was solid. Absolutely solid. Thanks for the healing pod. Also, aliens at level 16. Oh, chat, we got something weird going on here. Hero here zoning in the blue trunks. It's Fratute. Get the stabby opener on Big House, which I haven't seen in a while, but I can respect it. I can respect it. It can lock down multiple panic points. It isn't quite the same as a 3 panic point map, where you can cover 2 of them with stabby and then try and force the fight onto the other one. But it can lock down the center point here and hold this spot. Pretty solid. And the bank here. Hero banks, which allows our bad guy to get panic point control early on. And the opposing bank to 7. So what are we going to get here? We get a primate who just gets in position. Obviously, this should force a retreat from these. I doubt they're going to try and collapse on this. Oh, I take it back. As I say, I doubt they're going to do it. They do it. It is, in fact, one of the aliens. So this is the one that was mentioned. It is Graylien. It's a level 4. The old switcheroo. Let's see what nonsense comes of this. It is a line, not a lob, for the effect, so it can't swap with this stabby. At least not right now. So get a quick takedown on the Contortio. Not quite enough damage to finish this off. Close, but not quite. When I saw that alien, I freaked out. I mean, I probably would. I probably would. I have yet to see Graylien or Bluelien in a game. Ah, okay, Skrungle. So we do get a switcheroo. Is this worth it? Because this is possibly a dead Graylien? No, actually, this Graylien probably lives. Depending on what Fratute has as follow-up. Definitely gonna live. It lives to switcheroo another day. This is dimensional, right? Yeah, they're dimensional. So we get the sheep follow-up. It allows for another bank to 4. Opposing stabby gets in position, but this is looking dicey right now. I love the attack animation for the aliens. Also love the movement. I don't love why they... Like, what? This is just dead, isn't it? Poor K. It did not have to be here. It could have burrowed to here. It could have burrowed to here. Yeah, exactly. I don't... That one's somewhat of a head scratcher. I mean, you do get the takedown, the counter kill here. Oh, we get the follow-up in Bluelien. Spa treatment. All right, level 4. I have no idea what that is, Taco. Did they think it wouldn't pounce? Possibly. They might have missed that, because that would have caused it to live. But that sounds like a you problem, bro. Double aliens, exactly. Look, if I had Bluelian and Greylien, I would probably try and use them every game, if I could. Honestly, I want to try Bluelian more than Greylien. Greylien, I'm not really sure. But it is another pull, so I think I'd get more mileage out of it. So they gave a healing spa, in case anybody missed it back here. They put a healing spa under the stabby here. We're just rewinding because I didn't call that out. I saw that one, I also was a bit scared. The fear of God is in you. This is a pretty cool animation, but obviously it isn't healing that much. 218. So does anybody in chat have Bluelian? Yeah, it does do some decent damage. It's not terrible. It's melee, but yeah. The reason I ask if anybody has this is, does the tile, or do the tile stats increase as it levels? I assume yes, but I don't know. I have to imagine the tile gets stronger, right? Because this tile does not line up with, like, the level that you're at. It's not like a tile based on your stress level or league ranking. It's based on whatever the levels on this is. But yeah, the pull up here means that the sheep is all about that healing spa. We're gonna get the follow-up Quagmire. Our bad guy's in a lot of trouble here because I don't know how they fight this. The sheep can even go in and... Well, I think it just uses explosion, right? Yep. The big explosion is on cooldown. Doesn't really matter. Panic points are suddenly mostly blue. And this one's all over but the crying. I think they start at 200. That would make sense, TT. That would make sense. Sheep on a healing spa. Wham! I didn't know that had a little sound effect. Wait, why? I guess to force you to choose, but like... Could this not have killed it? I guess it couldn't have, because it's only 504. And this heals 218. Yeah, so it probably couldn't have killed it. That hurts. But in fact, we're going to see a bunch of other things go down. 5-0 panic points. Sheep just holding it down on the healing spa. The enemy healing spa. The enemy-generated healing spa. Not a great showcase of the two aliens, but shout out to Fratute with the W. Well played, especially with the panic-inducing plays. I think the game... Our bad guy might have been in a bad position to begin with, but the game absolutely got out of hand when this fight went down up here, and then the Greylien went down. Because they lost so much board position. Like, so much was invested tempo-wise and just general key-wise, and it being a useful asset. That was, in fact, the ball game. Oh, really, Morbid? Bluelian looks like mint-flavored gum and probably tastes like it. That's awful. GG. Well played. Not bad, not bad. If I had Bluelian, would probably just follow Quagmire around on every big map. Bluelian costs, what, 5? Or is it 6? I know we just saw it, but... It's 5 for Bluelian and then 7 for Greylien? Yeah. I mean, that's not unreasonable, because you can do that just on back-to-back turns. ET, like, that doesn't sound ridiculous. God forbid that you... So wait a second, we don't know for sure whether this replaces traps, right? I assume it will not, because you can have a trap on a healing spa. But we've never had something like this before. Yeah, in that game they got both, the Blue Lion and the Gray Lion. This one did not need to die when it did. The swap was fine, but like, I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of the swap right now. It feels like it needs to set up wild plays, but I don't think it's gonna do much. One thing that Quags doesn't care about traps, true, but I'm just curious, could you use Blue Lion to disable traps? I assume not, but I also used to think I knew how the boops and yoinks work. So one thing about Graylian that I didn't mention, or I don't think we talked about, is I wonder if you could use it defensively, like, to swap something away from your team. Like, you run away, swap to send you back in, push them farther away, and then walk whatever thing you're trying to protect away. Use Graylian to put enemy Phobies in your Phobies trap position. Is it really OP? Because you can already do that. It's maybe not quite as precise. And the positioning's a little different. But you can already do that with the existing poles. It's a little more challenging with the existing poles, but it is doable. Yeah, that's been brought up a lot, Morbid, about the Abyss. Graylian plus Boopers and Abyss sounds like a match made in heaven. Again, I don't know that it does anything different. Like, what does it do that you can't already do? It might be a little better in certain cases, but for the most part, Graylian feels like we wanted a pole phobie in between Miss Moffat and Smother Mother. But you already have Octonaughty. So we have Moffat at 5, Octonaughty at 6, Graylian at 7, and Smother Mother at 9. So we don't have an 8-cost pole phobie. I don't know. Move an enemy 2 tiles with 1 action. You can do that already. Like, you can do that with poles right now. For 7, though, it's really underwhelming and fragile. Remember, I'm looking at a level 1. So at level 1, it has almost 2k health. Which isn't necessarily saying that it's a whole lot, but, I mean, even Brony has more health. It kind of has to be fragile, right? It can't be tanky. Heartbreaker's so much better than a pole. I mean, yes, it also has 3 range, so, like, it's a little apples and oranges here. Here we go. All the Boops and Yoinks only move thing 1 tile. Spider has a range of 2. I'm not quite following what you mean, DT. Graylian gives 2 tiles for 7 keys, and Heartbreaker moves 3 tiles for 8 keys, but both Octonaughty and... Unless... Oh, are you saying, like, it displaces 1? So, like, you reach out to something that's 2, but it technically only moves it 1 because you end up in front of it? I think I follow what you're saying then, DT. I was focused on, like, the range. Yes, okay, yes. That makes more sense. I see what you're saying now. I legitimately don't know what my game plan is on this map, so I'm trying something different. Because I just do not do well on this map, so we're trying something different, chat. Hey, Kratos, what's good? Yeah, that's reasonable, DT. That's reasonable. It's interesting they destroyed this one. This doesn't matter. Like, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of Boomer as far as trying to recap this stuff. It just never seems to actually do what I need it to. That is a lot of stuff next to your name there, Luffy. How many games you missed? I only played one, Kratos. We did a bunch of game reviews. Still got 3 more that I gotta get in tonight. So this is the problem I have with Eternal Monday, and I think we were talking about this the other night when we were going over Moai. That this is what happens. You just end up with these weird scenarios where you just continually end up... So they might break this, or they might put a block in. I don't know. Like, they could have blocked this, maybe. They have 5 keys. They could send us... I was going to debate sending in Snowball, but if we put it here, we could get hit with their Snowball. I kind of feel like I want to bank. I don't know that Ted is what we want here either, truthfully. It can't actually recap the point immediately next turn. Point being is that they're going to have time to get another 1 key in range. But they bank to 5, so we'll bank to 5. I want to try and go, like, over the top, because I don't know how else I deal with this stabby. Theirs is a slightly lower level than ours. Theirs is 7, ours is 9. But I legitimately don't know... All the stuff that I was doing on Eternal Monday has not really been working. Certainly not consistently. They could be cute and, like, walk on the lava and block this off. Guess. I kind of want to get Klepto online, truthfully. What if we did Repeller? We have to walk this back or it gets killed by this and this. 4, 8, 9, 14. So the Stabby's not dead yet. If we go for Klepto, we could do something. Like, does Repeller do anything? I don't know that it actually does. So we could do a 2. No, we can't. We have to bank entirely, because if we play a Phobie, then we can't get anything on the board next turn. I would be on the list, Zero. All the game reviews that I've done, I've been keeping track of them. There have been a lot, but I haven't removed any unless, like, unless I've done them, they're going to be on the list. Electrocat getting hurt looks like my face when I skip a step going down the stairs. Oh, no. Oh, no. So all that's going to happen here is Ted is going to get stepped on and then is going to walk off. We could be dumb again and go for, like, Barzilla or something like that, but I do want to try Klepto here. If Klepto... I don't know. Yeah, first game tonight. Last game last night was a win. So they probably just walk on, walk off. Which is kind of a waste for Ted. Okay. So that's a Hematic Gin Sting, which is kind of scary. Or it's not. Never mind. Never mind. So I kind of want to go Miss Moffat here, because I think that's the only way that we engineer killing one of these things. They are not maxed out on Phobies. And they get hit with 1, 2, 3, which is probably fine. This is 442. So this is over 1,000. 1,000, 1,400. Still shouldn't get it. So I guess this is okay. I'm not sure. We're gonna try this. I haven't done any other reviews offline, Zero. I haven't done those in a while. I was talking about doing it earlier tonight, or I mentioned it earlier tonight. Because I may have to try and keep up. I don't know that I'm going to have time to do it just because of real life stuff. So since we're maxed out on Phobies, this means that we can't necessarily fight the cat. But I think we can yoink and kill the Gin Sting. And then they have to fight through this before they can, which they will. They're going to have enough damage just from these alone. We should have had the Klepto where the Stabby is. So this dies. This probably dies, but I'm not 100% sure. They still have 5 keys left. I don't know whether we advance the Klepto anywhere. Like, the Klepto really needed to be where the Stabby was so that it could have splashed this turn. Also, I think it has slightly higher damage right now. Yeah, it does. I hate Hematic Gin Sting so much. It's so tanky. It's true. It's true. Or it always seems that way. I think we looked at it the other night, and it isn't actually that much more tanky. Alright, so both of these go down. So we traded 7 for 6, which is not great. I don't know why they switched the attacks there. I don't know what difference that made. Imagine you had a phobia that could create smaller, weaker phobies like a Necromancer or something. I'm sure they've toyed with the idea. I feel like somebody brought that up the other night. I don't know that there's a feasible way to actually do that. I don't know that there's a feasible way to actually do that. Do we go Jar here? Five, we'll say, between those. 9. 13. 13, 18. So they could invade with everything and kill Stabby. Which would displace one thing. I think what we should have done was pull the Stabby back, kill the cat with the Klepto. Yeah, they're going for it. I think we needed to kill the Stabby with the Klepto. If we lose this game because of that, I won't feel good, but I'll feel better because it's like, okay, that is a correctable mistake. Because we're not... I guess we kill this and maybe Quagmire, but not both. Animation for Klepto is so long. So they could kill this or go after Klepto. I'm not sure which they want to do. We might be in an okay position. I think keeping the Stabby alive would still be better. What do I think about Phobies that make Abyss tiles normal, grown for better possession, counter boops? I don't... It's not impossible for us to see Phobies that create Abyss tiles. I just think it's exceptionally unlikely. Like, that's a super powerful ability. This is 900, so 4, 8, 860. For 865. So they'd have to step into range either of the jar or stand on the lava. I mean, they could cap this point, I guess. So if we did this... Because they could go here, cap this point. Hold on. I'm trying to walk the Klepto back to this. Because we have to get Fireball back online before Snowball's a threat again. Oh, you mean like fill in the Abyss tile? That would be kind of cool. I like that idea. Alright, so they have the same game plan here. Sort of. Yeah, you kind of have to stay here, because otherwise I just take these points. I'm still going to. Like, we're going to kill this, and then this is out of the fight. The question is this enough to kill the Stabby? It is not. So this will tank it, this will not, but it would, like, they're dead if they kill the Snowball. Like, not dead immediately, but they're gonna die. Like I say with Snowball, yep, exactly. I want to miss Moff, but for allies of Charlotte, I would not be surprised if that happens. Like, that seems like a completely reasonable thing to happen. A little hydrate action. A little victory sip. GG. We actually won on Eternal Monday, chat. Real talk. Why did I win on that map? Why did that happen? The Moffat poll was good. I just don't know if, like, was that what did it? There's a phobia that teleports allies? No. I don't think Graylien can target allies. Counter dive too hard? On which turn? And I'm not trying to be like, oh, well, look at me, I'm winning games. No, I want to know because Eternal Monday has been kicking me in the dick since it's been in the rotation. So, like, this is all normal. I swapped a Stabby, which I think is something I definitely need to introduce into the play pattern. The Ted could have been whatever. Their banking pattern was weird, although here I think they banked because they saw, excuse me doing it. The Klepto I was just taking a chance on, but I'm going to try and utilize it more if I can help it. So we could have swapped these, and maybe that's why they didn't go in, is because they didn't want to go in on Stabby. But we get the pull here, and then the Jin Sting is dead, but like at this point, is the game just over? Do they make another positioning error? Because technically they came out ahead on keys here. They didn't lose anything in this exchange additional. All I did was kill the Hematic Jin Sting. Now I still have Panic Point advantage. Like, so here's the thing. I guess maybe they shouldn't have gone in with the cat. Because the cat means they recap this point and then I have to go in. So instead of Jar, I have a 1 key and, like, Eternal Night? Maggie? This was not good for them. Like, this was really bad. Like, you just don't go in on Stabby like that. You're gonna have a bad time. So maybe that was actually the turn that did it. I don't know. What do I think about Beauty? Is she good? Beauty is still very good, as far as I can tell, Ahsoka. Sorry, I was going over that stuff, so I didn't see that there. After killing Stabby, could have backed off and played it longer. I don't know that they could, because you needed the attack from the Quagmire, and if you didn't do it with the Gravedigger, that meant something else got pulled into range. So, you didn't hear my usual one, Anda. Usually I say I'm getting my dick knocked in the dirt, but, you know, haven't had that one come up in a while. But yeah, Ahsoka, I think Beauty's still fine. We did play against a Beauty earlier, but that person DC'd. But Beauty is much more manageable as the opposing player now. But I think Beauty's still pretty good. I still see it periodically. I just don't see it, well, I'm going to bank to Beauty and just take over the game. You know. You have a 70% win rate on Eternal Monday? Somebody's got a case of the Mondays. Evo held him back, especially since he gets rid of the walls. Why bring a lob when you're clearing all the obstacles? That's true, DT. I agree with that. I don't know that Evo was holding him back, but I don't think it played into their game plan. Place Evo with Stairmaster or something nastier I'm not so familiar with. So the Stairmaster would have been thinner. Like, we could have eliminated it more easily, but, you know, it would have represented more of a threat, yes. I don't know why, but I've always liked the Necromancer thing. Just seems so cool being able to summon things in a battle. It's my favorite Flash game star. So I've been playing offline. It's like a $3 Steam game. What the hell's the name? I think I got $3. It was not Paper Sorcerer. Because I'm with you. I like as soon as you say playable Necromancer, it's like, I'm in. You son of a bitch, I'm in. Necrosmith. It's a weird game and definitely needs some work from a game perspective. Like, arguably the best way to play the game is not play the game for like the first 40 minutes. Like, just let it go automatically, and that sets you up better. But it is like a Necromancer simulator, because you're supposed to be a Necromancer. And I don't know whether you're trying to destroy the world or save the world, because I watched somebody stream it. That's how I found it. And the game gets weird at the end. But you can collect resources, so it's like gold, mana, and then body parts. And as you go to different parts of the world, you get different body parts. So, like, you start off with skeletons, then you get zombies. Then the zombies evolve, like, they don't evolve because you can still get them. But it goes skeletons, zombies, orc skeletons, orc bodies. Then it starts getting into other monsters like harpies, vampires, dragons, angels, demons. Like, it's an enormous list of stuff. It's humongous. It's pretty cool. It's like $3 on Steam. All right, Morbid, have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. All right, chat, we're going to switch gears, get back into more game reviews, because we got to keep up with these. And if you're watching this on YouTube, you know the deal, but hit up the Random Thoughts Discord. It'll be in the video description. You'll see a game submission channel if you want to submit a game or a highlight, because we haven't had too many of those lately. I mean, we've had highlights, but they've been in the context of the game. If you have like a one-turn thing that you just want to show off, then there's a separate highlight channel. But there's always people talking about Phobies, so you can always hit that up. You can check the list in Discord, Krayos. So, we get a unique opener here from our hero in the blue trunks with Venus, which I don't mind. I've been opening Gravedigger, and the Gravedigger kind of plays into my comfort plan, personally, of I'm just going to try and trade 1-drops and then position for trying to snipe something, but in this case, you can, this turn, they're going to get a trap on the center point or wherever the hell they want it to be. Unfortunately, this will be in range of the jar if it were to slide down and try and put it here, because the jar can hit this spot. We're getting some banks on both sides, 6 keys. See what big boys the players are trying to pull out. But we have matching jars, so this is going to get stalematey very fast. Klepto is the first 6 key to hit the board. I like the cast warrior. Ooh, we get a Klopster. I feel like Klopster is a very rare phobie. It is rare, but it just feels like nobody uses it. I see it almost never. It's incredible. Like, I think Klopster is very underrated. And on this map, it can, from this position, it can get to the stem, or the internal healing spa, we'll call it. And there's only a 1-turn cooldown on this, so it could get in, tank some hits, and then burrow out, probably before it dies. So we're just getting some takedowns on the 1 keys here. The body block from the cat is good play from the bad guy. Definitely makes sense. Although I guess it doesn't make too much sense. Never mind. They were just repositioning it to get it into the middle. I thought they were going to leave the jar there and body block with the cat to prevent the cassowary from coming down, but that's not the case. Leprechaun is actually underrated. Is it, though? I did see the screenshot in Discord of somebody turning off a brony with it, which is hilarious. I think it was on this map, too. So good guy is taking the opportunity to get a trap down onto the center point. Klopster, of course, invades on the top. I really love seeing that. That's pretty cool. The jar's all the way down here, so you know that outside of an innocuous, there's nothing that's going to reach it. I guess a tractor or repeller, but they're probably not going to use it for that. Getting a free shot on the heart, but that's about it. Spider coming down, I guess, to answer the Klopster. I don't know about that one. So at this point, are we we're just going to walk away the Klopster. That's awesome. It's awesome just because you don't have to use the burrow. You could get back in with the burrow if you want. This is a pretty solid position for our hero. It's going to be difficult for our bad guy to advance. Even with the spider, like, you just don't have the damage output because your forces are so split. So, like, say they pulled the Klopster or the Crushmore. What are you going to follow up with? You just don't have the damage output. Now you do, hypothetically. But not really. You're not even necessarily going to connect with this. So we get the block from the Crushmore, locks out the spider. Which means the spider is doing nothing for a while unless the Klopster goes in. Which, I mean, I wouldn't hate to see. If they vacate the top a little bit more, you could absolutely send the Klopster back in. But the jar is now here guarded with a Hevo on the bottom. But our hero has a 74-48 to 67-67. It's weird how those numbers worked out. Life total advantage, and a jar that's also in position. So they should win this race. "23 more turns of them probably trading 1-drops, chat. I do feel feel bad. Like, that other game on Phobos that had the really cool play, I feel like I didn't quite do it justice, because there were parts of it where it's just, like what we're watching here, where, oh, well, they send in a 1-drop and then do some pot shots, and then they send in a 1-drop and do some pot shots. It's like, well, there's not much for me to say, you know what I mean? So this is a good counter to the traps, but obviously this is going to get killed and then run something in. It's just a matter of when it happens. This will actually escape unless they send in the caster, I was about to say. Will I add more emotes and animated emotes? I can. I only get so many emote slots, so I have to, like, rotate them in and out until I get more subscribers or I hit partner or something like that. I had affiliate for a while, but I haven't gotten a partner. I need to get concurrent 75 viewers. That's why I've been pushing a lot of the YouTube content as well, to try and help out there. Which, by the way, if you're watching this on YouTube, come by the live stream, RTChompGG over on Twitch. In the description, look at the description, the Discord as well, and the likes and subscribes. Gotta get that in. I gotta say that more often. I've been lazy about it lately. But yeah, like I said, I felt like I didn't really do justice to that one game. But we were in lulls similar to this, where it's just, we're building up forces. There are things that could happen. You know, like this Klopster is threatening. Any moment I might go in, but, like, it's not happening. Yeah, exactly, Onda. That's the sort of thing that I would probably swap out. We get more Resurrect Phobies going in, but the AWOL's in position here. We don't have the trap, but we do have Crushmore. Just gonna annihilate it. Just gonna annihilate it. The toe is back. Hopefully I won't get crushed. I have bad news for you, Skrungle. I have some bad news for you. I'm not real clear on why this trap went down on the healing spa. That just feels unnecessary. But the spider has finally made its way to the bottom, which frees up the Klopster to get back in there and get back to heart punching. Panic point advantage, good guys. Multiple threats on the enemy heart. Definitely not enough stuff to defend it at this stage. Because this Klopster, it's over 2k health. It's on a spa. I mean, you could kill it, but it's going to take some effort. Feel like the jar might die. If they go for the jar, you're going to kill the Murder Wing, which means that now the Klopster's uncontested. I think that might have been calculated there, Skrungle, in all seriousness. Like, they may have just accepted, yes, the jar could die, I'll kill it with Crushmore, and now my Klopster can just run amok. Now, the Klopster may die here. 1,200. Yeah, because it's going to take 1,000 here. Could get hit with the Klepto or even a stray Murder Wing hit. Get the Snowball going down to finish off the Moly Bully. 7 keys left for our hero. 5 keys left for our hero. Taking the center point with the Flyer. Only 1 for our bad guy because they had to invest in this Pterodactyl. I think we know how this is going to end. I mean, we knew because we zoned in, but I really like the Klopster play on this map. This feels like, the more I think about it, is Moai feels like this map, Mysomania, taken to the extreme. Because Moai right now feels as though it is a very aggressive map. Like, at a certain point, somebody just says, bang, I'm going for it, and I'm going to end the game because I'm going to dive your heart, and you just won't be able to position properly. And Mysomania, I've been on the losing end of, recently at least, a lot of games that are dive the heart centric, where somebody just says, okay, I'm swinging north, and I'm either not reacting fast enough, or I should not have reacted, I should have just raced. I guess that's a reaction, but you get the idea. And instead, I think Moai just takes it a step further. I feel that in Moai, the hearts are too close. I don't know that they're too close. It's that, ironically, your own castle walls, we'll say, the obstacles that are by your heart, negatively impact you as much, if not more, arguably more, than it does for the other guy. Oh, that sounds awful, Taco. That sounds exceptionally painful. We get the hit going down here. It does not lead to a dead jar, so it kind of doesn't matter. Wait, are we going to get a cool play here? Oh, we're going to get a cool play next turn, chat. Somebody clip this one. So we've had this beatdown going on all game. We've had a Klopster up here. We had a variety of jar hits. Panic point advantage. But it's come down to this race at the end of this game. Never mind. We're not going to get the cool play. Oh, chat. That's cool play, but that's not what I thought it was going to be. I thought we were going to get a break on the wall to juice the jar, to have the jar clobber the heart to close the game. But it probably wouldn't kill it, right? It would only do like 1,200. No keys left. Yeah, you can't get rid of this. No, you could... This can't make it to here. And this can't... Like, there's no way to kill the toe and then get on the points. That would have been such a cool play, too. Where, like, you break this, juice the jar, pop the heart, kill this, recap the point, game ends. I should have been able to tell because of the turns that are left, but... Unfortunate. That would have been super cool. Instead, we're going to get the much more, you know, maybe not obvious, I don't want to say that, but like the more standard play here. Rushmore, in fact, does not go down, though. You have to walk away from the Hevo correctly from the bad guy. If you kill this snowball, you die. This is interesting, because this Bow Mangles might just be dead. 8, 5, 13, 17. It might not die, actually. I do appreciate the just dive here. Just to go for it. Like, this dies. The jar will die, but you have a panic point advantage. Either they interact with your stuff, or they die. Well, I guess they could recap the point with the Hevo if they wanted to. Alright, they're going to cap it with the jar. So now it's Bow Mangles and Gonzo Bonzo. Bad guy's heart is at 437. Does this end in, like, a weird trap hit? Maybe NekoKawaii already tried, but not enough damage to end the game immediately. Yeah, at this stage, that's accurate. How do you win this game? Do you win this game? If this turns out like you end up recapping this bottom point and they don't take any of these and win because of that, that's going to be insane. Oh no! That's going to die. No, it's not. It's not going to die. 1,800 health. I mean, that's a big hit, but... I just want to look at that last turn again, chat. I'm at a loss for words. I'm at a loss for words. I could absolutely see this just being fatigue at, like, the end of the game. Where it's just like, oh, yeah. Oops. In one of those. Yeah, the opponent didn't see it, so that's why I'm saying it's probably just fatigue. Because you could have just walked... Hold on. So you do this, you kill it. This has 2,000 health. It takes 1,000... It takes like 1,400, so it lives. And then the Hevo can walk back and lob on it. You get 2 hits. You still have to body block. But I think you can tank 3 turns on the lava and the hits from Gonzo and be fine. And then, like, as long as you put the Klepto here, so they can't walk in, I think you win this game as the bad guy. But that was well played, Nico. Look, you found the way to get the victory, so GG. Well done. That one was really close. Like, that was a really tight game. Losing by 12 health because I thought my Fire Ant would kill Jars. Oh, no. So we're back on Mysomania. Hero with the Grimes avatar. I didn't see that. That's pretty cool. Grimes looking pretty sweet. The hero zoning into the blue trunks. As always... When you submit a game, by the way, if you want to submit a game, hit up the Random Thoughts Discord in the description of this video. All the other links are there too if you want to come by the live stream. And likes and subscribes help. But it's always great when people are willing to put themselves out there and submit a loss. Now, this was a bizarre opening by our hero, Just the Cat. Bank to 7. Get a Fire Ant off the bat. Fire Ant seems like it should be very strong on this map. And this is something we talked about in context for, like, a lot of other games. Other games being not Phobies. Playing it as a control deck, playing it patiently, where you're taking this extra damage, you know you're going to, and it's okay. Because you're just going to be able to get yourself in a better position later on in the game. So we'll see. So we do get the trap going down. I mean, that's expected. Remember, this is an AoE trap. It's going to do a ton of damage, and it burns for multiple turns. We get a Woolly Bully follow-up. Shout out to Dr. Traffic. Shout out to Dr. Traffic. You don't see a lot of, like, you just don't see a lot of Woolly Bully. But I can kind of appreciate it here to contest the other Bully. Because this thing is now here, so you can power it down, and then it gives you the opportunity to try and address it. We get the ignition here. I mean, our opponent the bad guy had to know that was going to happen. The damage on this is relevant, because Baby Snakey can be just tanky enough to present an issue. And I do actually like this play, because it opens up the opportunity for a ranged phobie to just start pelting this. But we do get the power down. 616 to start, down to 271. It's still going to be difficult to dislodge, because the... oh, I think this overwrites the fire. So this actually is going to take less damage, but it should die due to the combination here. Yep. But as you can see, the fire that's on that tile looks a little different than the other fire, because similar to poison and stuff like that, those will overwrite. I do love the attack animation for Moly Bully. It's really cool. We actually get an aggressive invade from our orange player, and you can kind of see how they're able to pressure the heart. I mean, we talked about it in the last review, but I feel as though this map is kind of the precursor to Moai. So right now, although this is powered down, it's not going to be powered down for much longer, and our hero doesn't have a lot of damage down here because the Fire Ant went north. I just learned that there was a second key thing on this map. The vault, yes, it gets used very rarely. Keep thinking Moly Bully's nostrils are its eyes. Speaking of the aliens, we get a Graylien for the old switcheroo. So this... Okay, we were talking about scenarios where Graylien is better than just a pull. this would be one of them. Because you can swap with this, and then you end up on the healing spa, and they are on the lava. Seems pretty good. Seems okay. But yeah, I would already be starting to panic here if I were in our hero's shoes. The reason being is, like I said, I've lost a lot of games on this map where my opponent just dives the heart. And they've had multiple turns of, yes, that bully was powered down, but a lot of turns of just beating on the heart. Finally, the panic point advantage went blue, but it's going to switch back to orange. I don't know which strategy is worth to use in this map. Is annoying to deal with a hard push. It is difficult, Big She. I don't know. I have not had a whole lot of success myself, so we'll get the old switcher U into the woolly bully on the stem. Oh, okay. This is going to die to lava. I was like, wait, don't you need to kill it with that? And then the spider follow-up. So all of a sudden, things aren't looking bad. I don't know that I would go spider here. Bad guy is banked to 7, so I could see prepping it. But I don't think you need to. I think you need a 1 key or something to like get ready to start recapping this, because you're waiting yet another turn. And you're at 4,300, and you're stabilizing in the bottom. But I wouldn't feel safe with this. I would not feel safe with this. I don't know about this one either. Are you going to race? This is not a great idea. Fire Ant's actual damage output is not that good. As you can see, this is level 9, 372 attack, and you don't set the tile under the heart on fire. So you're doing sub 400 attack. That's just not good enough. This is pretty cool, though. We get the honey bear. Get a little honey bear action. Let's see where they put it. Oh, they just moved it twice. So that's not fantastic. Wow, bad guy is just going for it. They don't care. Even get the hit on the heart with the Hevo because of the displace, which opens up the murder wing. This is actually a really cool play. Alright, I'm clipping this. So this... Hold on. This is actually a game review where our hero's in the blue trunks, but the bad guy comes up with a really cool play here. You get the invade. They've been beating on the heart most of this game. They get an invade with the Gesundheit. This Hevo 2.0 comes down with a boop that not just displaces the Graylien to deal damage and damage the heart, but it actually gets it out of the way to free it up for the Murder Wing to get in, and then Unbearable to get on it. Heads up play there. Well done. I had to clip that, because that's clip-worthy. I feel bad. Sorry, Renamon, but, that was a cool play. Now, they're gonna pay for this, to a degree. I have to imagine the honey bear was intended to break a bunch of tiles, but... To get the kill on the Murder Wing, there has to be a takedown here. Yes, there we go. This also prevents the Hevo from swinging in to continue punching the heart. I'm not really sure what the purpose of the Ray Chargels is, let alone in this position. I like the Blinky here, just to cap points, so now you've stabilized. But you're at 1,700 health, just under 18. I don't think the Fire Ant had any business punching the heart this game. This is kind of rough. Obviously, they retake the panic points immediately. You can displace it, but you got stuff shelling your heart. It's not a good time to be in the blue trunks. Not a good time to be in the blue trunks. I'm not sure what... Okay, so we get the honey bear there to disable the stim. It's in range to do it. We get a yoink into a whack. The Graylian, unfortunately, can't really do anything. I guess you could switch your U at this stage. Like, is that off cooldown? It'll be off cooldown next turn. If Blinky goes on that stem, it's going to be ouch down for the Evo. True. True. But... oh, the Blinky doesn't have enough damage to kill the Jar. The Jar is the threat here. Like, the Evo actually doesn't matter to a degree. Because you could just not... you could body block it and then prevent it from hitting the heart. But the Jar is in range and you can't get at it. Like, disabling their stim here... I guess you had to do the pull, but disabling the stim... oh, no, this is where it happens. So this Woolly Bully has a ton of health. What could have happened here is you swap, fly the Blinky down, kill this, and then you eventually beat up the Evo. But this is not going to die to the fire. It survives with 12 health. Ouchtown Population Hero. I think there were a couple mistakes. Obviously, this last turn just comes down to, like, you probably realized it at the end of the turn. I don't know if this was async or not. I didn't check. There was a play on that turn, and those always sting. Believe me, I've done a ton of them. Those always sting. This was Arena, so maybe they just ran out of time trying to work out all the scenarios. That was a great game. It was a great game. A lot of Mysomania games, for me, have come down to similar things. Not necessarily Evo and Jar, but, like, my opponent invades and I just can't dislodge them in time. And, like I said before, I think Moai is going to play out the same way, just even more so. Because you don't have a full regular obstacle block on your heart. There's an opening to begin with. Whereas here, your opponent has to either outrange it or have a particular opening. Oh, this is async? I thought this was Arena, the Trident. So the like Champions Cup here is the symbol for Arena. Jar the Sniper. It is. It is. Wait, the Trident's Arena or it's not? I mean, there's an easy way to figure this out. The Trident is Arena. I thought that was the case. Then chat's correcting me incorrectly. Alright, so let's clean this one up. So what's going on, chat? How's everybody doing? Had a very tilting night last night, but those happen. It happens sometimes, chat. Whoops. So we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We can do one more and then maybe play some games. A game, probably. We're getting close to the end of the stream. We got somebody else. Got somebody else new. Boomer the Guardian are the notes for this game. Boomer the Guardian. So we've got our hero in the orange trunks here, starting off with said Boomer the Guardian. Levels is Boomer. This is a level 4 Boomer, so not like supremely high, but it is 1,000 health. Can't eliminate this. Oh no, not like this. What? This thing just dies, doesn't it? This thing just dies, I think. No, maybe not. How much damage is it? I mean, they would have gone for it if they had it, right? Oh, this is a fairly high-level Murder Wing. 431. Yeah, it wouldn't have been enough if you had a jar. If you had your own snowball, maybe, but I'm guessing our hero does not have it. But they follow up with the Gin Sting, which is going to force everything to get pushed back. Oh, wow. This thing got clobbered. Bad guys, I guess, appropriately ignoring the boomer because you don't have to deal with it. Just beat up their other stuff. Oh, wow. They're going to leave it on the fire. So this is going to die. You do get the murder wing. But the Gin Sting goes down. So it's K9 and Gin Sting for murder wing? A lot of blue panic points. Specifically 3 out of the 4. 3 out of the 4. And a stabby follow-up. So our hero's being patient about this. Oh my god. What? Why is there a Leshy right now? This feels like I have Leshy, so I'm using it. Level 10 Leshy, chat. I mean, this is not really a great Leshy board. Because your stuff isn't super tanky. So it could just die in one shot. Like, you're not going to get the chance to heal. But our hero, thanks to that boomer that's survived since turn 1, has been able to slide around and keep panic points roughly even. Leshy's the GOAT. Leshy's pretty good. Alright, so we see a bunch of damage going down. We get the heal here from Leshy. And we're going to see a dead stabby. Aggressive invade. I mean, I guess it's not really aggressive at this point. Our blue player is dominating here. Our blue player is dominating here. Can only heal Snowball? True. I forgot about that for Fratute. I'll do that now. There you go. Literally can't do more than Muffin? Yeah, Leshy's trash, right? Can't heal more than Muffin. I don't know about this invade with the Leshy, but I get it. 4,100 health. This has 2,100. It'll get hit for 8. Close to 13. Ugh, excuse me. Or probably like 13. I don't know how you get 700 damage off 3 keys. My guess is you don't. But Leshy, I don't believe, can heal itself. Not that it could right now, anyway. Heals and/or cures poison from all adjacent friendly. So, I don't believe it heals itself. Get a snipe going down here. Now our bad guy is kind of getting picked apart. This boomer has still survived, chat. This boomer has still survived. Kratos, I see you. Please stop asking. It's there. Well, so we get a Bozo follow-up. But the Leshy had to hang out. The Leshy had to hang out. We get a baby Snakey as the final set of keys. I wonder if our bad guy was banking on... Hey, Fun Bear, welcome. Welcome. Full panic point blue. Leshy's getting the hell out of here. 430 health. But 2750. The thing is that this is an exposed... I don't understand this. Did this Gin Sting have to cap that point? This seems like a mistake. This Gin Sting is just dead, right? Maybe it isn't? But they block it in. That's actually pretty cool. This is a good heads-up play. Because if you left the boomer there, like, they can probably kill off the rest of your stuff. They can still do some cute things here thanks to the challenge play. So maybe it's not that good. You gotta do something. Oh, the baby Snakey lives. 61 health. This is a good challenge, heads-up challenge play because the Murder Wing does have the ability to get pulled forward. This was great. That was a great turn. That was a great turn. You get 2 takedowns, but that is a Bowmangle standing right next to this Jin Sting. If I was the bad guy, I'd be tilted. I would be tilted. GG. Well played. Well played. And thanks for submitting the game. If you want to get your own games reviewed, hit up the Random Thoughts Discord. It'll be in the video description. !point Discord on the live stream. RTChompGG over on Twitch. So we're jumping in here. Our hero is in the orange trunks. We're getting an extra game review because the one for Kratosss, our hero, fell off their profile. So we have a little bit of a swap action going on here. We're back on Phobos. Thank God this thing's out of the pool, but we're getting a Slammer Head opener, which is kind of unique for this map, but the bad guy didn't open with Snowball, so you have a little more flexibility here. I'm not necessarily a huge fan of this positioning, because this cassowary could have just killed this. Would the cassowary have just died, though? Yeah, cassowary would have just died, so I guess it doesn't matter. Because it most likely would have leapt to this spot. And if it did, it just dies. If it leaps to the top spot, then you probably do it and then move the cat onto the stem. But at this stage, center control has gone to our orange player. Not something that commonly happens on this map. But given that we didn't see snowball openers, low overall stress level, this leap is pretty good. You clear out the 1-drops. They're not going to immediately be able to punish you, necessarily, because, well, yeah, they won't have the surface area. And the follow-up pterodactyl here is really strong. Puts it in a position where it can still connect with things. Makes sense. So obviously there's a retreat on deck for all of this. But the Slammerhead's still threatening the center, which is pretty important. So we get Jin Sting is the order of the day at this moment. I don't really like the idea of giving up the stim here. You do represent a bunch of damage, but not that much. Because you'll do 8, 12, 17. That won't even kill it. And your forces are split here. Like, yes, you can get the cat and retreat, but you kind of have to regroup here. You're going to leave the Jin Sting. Get a boop. I mean, you got to boop when you can. Panic points are now even. And a rustle. Alright, chat. We're looking at some rustle action. Are we finally going to see a rustle victory? Are we finally going to see a rustle victory? I don't understand what this Murder Wing is doing. You also didn't necessarily... Well, I guess they had to run this away. Only 570 health. I think the Murder Wing was like here. Oh, excuse me, I'm tired, chat. Last night's stream took a lot out of me. But yeah, now everything's poisoned, including this Mount Crushmore that just came out. This is arguably exactly what you're asking for with Russell, right? This is exactly what you want to see with Russell. Now the mechanicals come out, which is like a little late. I don't understand why the Crushmore came out to break this obstacle. That doesn't make any sense to me. So it's even panic points, but this Inoculus is inching up. You got a boop online, but there is a long-range boop. Like, this is... Okay. They moved the Slammerhead out. I was gonna... No. Alright. I keep going back and forth about whether it's an okay play or not an okay play, but basically this was contingent on if this can walk into range, it could boop something into the pit. This is probably a dead Jin Sting. I have to imagine that it is. But this boom will be able to connect on something. Oh, wow. That didn't kill the Jin Sting. This hurts because this thing is exposed. It's going to die. That's a dead pterodactyl. Clinico for the Crushmore. Shocker. Exactly, Fratute, yeah. I saw the first part, and I'm like, they'll figure it out. Alright, so the boom goes down. It doesn't really matter well, I take it back. Alright, chat. We're gonna rewind this. This is probably clippable. Get your clip buttons ready. So this turn, we already saw a Russell, which is clip-worthy enough, but we get a boom hit that kills the cast ray on the stem, which leads to a Russell AoE. That leads to a dead Murderwing, a dead Pterodactyl, and a permanently dead Pterodactyl. Ouchtown, population, bad guy. Like, that's a pretty cool play. That's a pretty cool play. I mean, the Russell play on its own was cool enough. This has got to feel terrible from the bad guy's perspective. Like, I would be upset. They're not out of it. They still have 9 keys. But Russell may actually be back online soon. Soon being 2 more turns. We get the Klepto into the jar. I can respect these choices. You have the Clinico online, so you still have some more heals when the, Really? 500 health Russell just going in there. Ah, there we go. There we go. The Russell dive into the boop. You'll love to see it. You'll love to see it. That's awesome. I was like, why didn't it attack? Because I thought, until it completed the arc, that the Russell was going to end up where the Slammerhead is and just do an AoE. But that's actually pretty good. That's real good. So, obviously, Russell pays for its sins, but you have absolutely gotten your value out of Russell at this point. Did it directly kill a ton of Phobies? Yes. Did it cause the death of a bunch of other Phobies? Yes. I think that's worth it. Challenges usually prepare you for this stuff. It does, but everybody makes mistakes, and honestly, that first turn, the first clippable turn, if I were the bad guy, I'd be tilting, and at that point, you're just kind of, like, desperate and trying to make something happen, so... Yeah, exactly, Scrungle. Like, that's what it comes down to. Hey, Funbear, thank you for the follow. I think I missed that earlier. But thank you. I definitely missed that earlier. I saw you talking in chat, but I missed the follow. This is them just ending the game faster. I don't know that this was necessary. I don't know that this was necessary, but I guess it's cute. Not really a big fan of the BM plays. Missions, possibly. Another reason why you should be able to do quests in, to be able to do quests in frenemies, because it alleviates the need to, like, BM people to a degree. Well played. Well played, Kratos. Or Kratos. So yeah, since we have new people in the chat, if you're not already following, if you're not checking out the YouTube, I mean, we got Fun Bear's follow earlier, but if you're hanging out, you're lurking, feel free to follow. You don't have to talk. That's perfectly cool if you just want to chill. Hit up, if you want to see Phobies stuff, hit up the YouTube channel. I do have other games that even went up today. Like I have a first impressions video for Death or Glory, a cool new card game that is in closed beta right now. I'm waiting for them to fix a couple bugs because it is in closed beta before I stream it. But I need the subscribes on YouTube, in all seriousness. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, see if we can do it. I'm hoping, but there's only so many months left in the year. So do I like that game, Death or Glory? I like it a lot. I think it's too complicated for its own good right now, because it's trying to do so many things. There are essentially classes to the game, so it's like Monster and Monk and Arcanist. I don't know what the names are of the Monster because I don't remember, but they each have their own resource system. So there's a base resource system of like how you play cards. Like you play a card, if your opponent blocks it properly, they get to go. If they don't block it properly, you get to continue playing. Kind of like it's a fighting game. You're chaining your attacks. Makes sense, right? But then each class that I'm calling it, I don't know, I forget what the term is in the game, has their own resource mechanics. So they end up like monsters have bloodlust and something else. So it's like a threshold for you. When you do damage to them, you build up bloodlust. The bloodlust is a threshold that allows you to play more powerful cards. If you don't damage your opponent, the bloodlust goes down. But you can also only attack once a turn, unless you play an Unleash card, which allows you to attack up to 10 times in a turn. Other classes have other restrictions on how their resources work. It's very complex. Which to me, but I think it's not complex for the sake of complexity. I think it's complex and provides depth. Because there are games that just have needlessly complex rule sets that it's like you're not getting extra stuff out of this. I think that for Death or Glory, it just comes down to there's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of stuff going on. And you just don't necessarily have a great way to impart that knowledge. Do I know the card game Legends of Runeterra? I've heard of it. I've heard of it. I will admit that there were card games that I found the other day. Or I guess were... I don't want to say reminded of, because that would imply that I knew it before, but I discovered these other games. Like old dead games. That I had no idea existed. I had no idea they existed, and it was really cool finding them. So they can basically do the same thing. I don't know if we want Stabby or Unicorn. We're going to go Unicorn so that way I can get, 1, 2, 3. So they can't snowball this. They could snowball this. So we can get Jin Sting on next turn. Do you know PvZ Heroes? Yes, I played that for a little bit. But it was... I honestly would have streamed it if it was on PC. I could do BlueStacks or something, but I'm not streaming mobile-only games. I actually really like Plants vs. Zombies, the shooters, not the Plants vs. Zombies, like, Nintendo DS game. Hope tonight's going better. Definitely better, Pork. Super Brains. Yeah, I think there's still a fairly significant community. Like, Plants vs. Zombies, the shooter Garden Warfare, never, for obvious reasons, never really, like, exploded, right? It's not that sort of game. Phobies is the best serious. Phobies is the best serious fun. Maybe know a lot of good people from Algeria. That's why my English. That's fine, Kratos. We have people, and I've said it before. We have people from all over the world, which I think is really cool. I I speak English as my first language, and I screw it up all the time, both in writing and speaking. So nobody should feel bad about that sort of thing. Nobody should feel bad about that. So they banked to 6. It's a little scary. Hold on, we have to do this in the correct sequence. We're just trading cassowaries here. Because they could hit cassowary. I don't think there's any way that they kill our Ginseng. Like, they could do 5, 10, 14, most likely. And that's about it. I think. But they almost assuredly get the cassowary. I mean, they can get it with probably just Unicorn and the Bachelor. Oh, okay, Kratos. Plants vs. Zombies 2 was fine, but for me, nothing can beat the original Plants vs. Zombies. The game is gold. You mean like the actual Plants vs. Zombies, like, tower defense game? That's fair, Scrungle. That's better than I can do. So yeah, we traded cassowaries. I don't know if that was necessarily worth it, but... So we get the follow-up, or we don't. I was going to say we get the follow-up Resurrect Phobie. They're banking to 5 because they're probably scared of what we're going to do. I don't remember where this was, like whether there's a trap here. We can't kill this. We had our cassowary, we could. So this removes it, which is the main reason that I want this to happen. Is it worth putting a trap out? I'm not sure that it is. We can tank their trap. If they come in, we kill it. I was debating going something big, but I want to see what they do. Yeah, we really are from all over the world, which is I think is really cool. I think it's really cool that Phobies is so universal. And we have so many people, like... I appreciate people that come out to the live stream, too. Especially being from all over the world. I know it's weird hours for everybody. So, is there a trap here? There's possibly a trap here. I don't know if they were in a position to do it here. There could be one on the mid, too. Hold on. Which one is more likely to have the trap? Probably the middle, right? It matters because this could tank the hit from the trap, whereas the cowbell would not. Oh, man, Kratos. I was right the first time, damn it. Oh, that sucks. I was right the first time. We get an alligator. Our opponent is tired of waiting and they invest in an alligator. Okay, they don't invest in an alligator. I did not expect them to put a trap on their own panic point. Like, that 100% did not enter my mind, chat. That could be clip-worthy. Clip it. I'm telling you, chat. You see something funny, clip it. Clip it. Alright, so we have to back off a little bit or we get sheeped here. Part of me wants to let the sheep come in, but this will just die to, like, everything. Is this a dozer game, chat? They have 7 keys left. I don't think we can do something silly like dozer. Not yet. I mean, now it's too late to dozer, but, like, I don't think we could dozer there. Actually slap the corn poison, you can make them waste some of their keys? Maybe. I really wanted to go dozer in all seriousness, chat, or, like, one of the other silly phobies. But I just can't justify it at this stage. So we're going to block here. If they come into sheep, we annihilate the sheep and then still heal the Crushmore. Because we'll be able to pull it back to here. Like, we do this. We have traps for days. So we need one for a muffin, so we could do a 6, which I don't really necessarily want to do. We need to get rid of this before an erratic comes out, but an erratic could be good. We could go Gravedigger and try and block off the bottom, too. So, like, a Gravedigger here, advances 1, 2, blocks here. I'm actually feeling the Gravedigger plan, chat. Trap the middle point, they seem like a very predictable player. The problem with trapping the middle is I'd have to expose... Like, I would get double sheep hit, and I don't want to lose the unicorn yet. Like, it doesn't seem valuable to do that. The thing is, they have to put something here where I block on this point as well. But if they put something there, it's dead. So, like, I annihilate 2 phobies right now. Or they let me block them out again. Game? So that's 11. 8 is 19. So like, they could kill this and then get the gator there. So they like beat it up with the sheep, beat it up with the unicorn, then they do the other stuff. For each sheep hit, you can even bees the obstacle. Yes, we could do that. I didn't move the Crushmore up to Lob because I didn't want it right there in case I missed something with, like, the sequencing for this. So they're playing it safer, which I guess is fine. Maybe I was too cute with this, and, like, we shouldn't have done it this way. The Gravedigger doesn't really do much for us at this stage. So this is like 1,000. 6. 1,014. So they can't quite kill this. Point is, I can leave this here. If we move it up to trap the center point, then we're going to have some problems. I think the jar is fine. I'm not sure. We might not have enough damage to kill the stupid alligator. Just go wacky on the sheep. Who cares if Gravedigger dies? I don't think we kill the sheep. Like, they have to commit in, and whatever comes in will die. Well, maybe not the gator, but... This is 16. 24. 29. We should actually kill the gator unless they body block with the sheep. Alright, we kill the gator. It's simple, chat. We kill the gator. Maybe we don't kill the gator, actually. Might not have the damage because of the positioning. No, we've got it. Hello, bees. Dead gator, whatever way they decide to come in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, we can't actually heal any of this stuff. So they could kill this. Like, they could walk in and sheep hit here, but who cares? They probably try and sheep the crush more, which is problematic because I can't heal it, because we have 5 phobies. Alright, they're going for it here, that's fine. Like, I mean, I care about losing these things, but they're not that important at this stage. We can even drop another trap down. Project Gator Annihilation has been finished, true. No, game. So this takes, we'll say, they have bees online, so that's 8, 12. We're just gonna hit this. Our bees was down. We actually shouldn't have done the trap, because they're not gonna go here. So we could have killed the sheep, moved the jar up, and gotten the Jinn Sting this turn. That would have been a better play. That would have been a much better play. Because they're not going to advance into this. They have literally no reason to. I mean, we can run all this stuff down as long as we don't step on their traps. They're also at 520 health. Okay. Remember when I said they have no reason to step on the trap? Well, I have a story for you. Bees! GG. What are the odds there's another trap? No, game. What? GG, got him. I wasn't trying to BM there, I just lost track of... I knew they had 500 health, but I lost track of the panic points, so... GG. We got him, chat. Believe it or not, we're on a win streak. I know that doesn't happen very often, but every once in a while, I can string a few wins together, chat. But for the Phobies portion, we're going to close up shop for tonight. We'll, of course, be back with more fresh and hot Phobies action. You can check out all the other Phobies content on the live stream, RTChompGG over on Twitch, or, you know, likes and subscribes on this YouTube channel if that's where you're watching. It absolutely do help. Trying to hit that 1,000 subscribers, really trying to make a push. And any of the evangelization definitely helps me out. So it's very much appreciated. Likes, subscribes, comments, all that fun stuff. If you're interested in hitting up the Random Sods Discord to talk Phobies or other games, you can check it out in the description in the link below. And that's kind of it. We will be getting to Fright Night, hopefully soon. I'm waiting for a few different things to fall into place. Stay posted. But for now, everybody, that's going to do it. So as always, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And Black Lives Matter.